and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be giving you a haul of everything I got this past weekend when I went up to Leeds for the Rare Houseplant Festival. If you haven't seen my vlog video on the weekend already, I highly suggest you go and watch it, see all the shenanigans that Claire and I get up to over the course of the weekend, because we kind of made a weekend out of it. And honestly, it was the most amazing time. I couldn't have asked for better. I am so happy with my experience, and I got to speak on a panel about mental health and houseplants, and it was all very interesting. I will link all the other videos down below because I've got some videos of the panel discussions as well as my vlog, so I'll link those down below if you do want to see them. But I really wanted to do a special video just for the plants I got because I am so beyond excited about them. If you're new here and you don't know me already, my name is Emma and I make houseplanting content all over the internet. So if you want to follow along with my houseplanting journey and learn something along the way, stick around, watch more of my videos, and subscribe to my channel. Right, let's get into the haul. It is so exciting. So this first plant, I technically didn't get from the festival, but I got it from Memo, aka Houseplanty Goodness on YouTube, or Trojan King 9 over on Instagram. Claire and I met up with him for dinner the evening before the plant swap because we were both staying the night prior. And the sweetheart that he freaking is, he saw that my Piper Sylvaticum passed away, and so he gave me a cutting of Piper Sylvaticum. Look! Is that not the absolute sweetest thing ever? I am so freaking excited for it. It's a top cutting, and I don't think it's rooted yet. I think he just took it straight off the plant, but I've just got it in a cup with some moss. I've never propped a Piper before, so I've got no idea if this is going to work or not. But I really hope it does, because as y'all saw, my Piper is crispy. Well, it was crispy and now I chopped it, so I don't know if it's gonna come back or not. Probably not, to be honest. But I'm so excited to kind of give it another go because I really liked this plant. I still like it, and I really hope I can get it to succeed. So fingers crossed, and thank you so much, Memo, for giving this to me because you're an absolute freaking angel. I love it. I'm so excited. So when we got to the festival, we got there like bang on 10 a.m. because that's when it started, and we knew that Ecuagenera was going to be there. Those of you who aren't familiar with Ecuagenera, it is an Ecuadorian plant seller, and they sell plants throughout the entire world, and you can import from them, which I have before. I will link a video. I've done an import with them and acclimated stuff. It was really great. I really liked their plants, but they have pop-up events around the world sometimes, and this was one of them, and so they had tons of plants, like hundreds, easily hundreds of plants, just like all laid in bins. It was super surreal. I don't think I've ever seen like that much money's worth of plants at one time, which was insane. And like the first thing I saw right when I got in was this. Do you freaking see this? So this is an Anthurium Regale. I'm gonna call it Regale. And if I'm pronouncing it wrong, tell me down below and I will change it for future videos. But I've never like actually cared that much about these. I've seen pictures of them, and I honestly don't think pictures do them justice. Like, I didn't really care. It was never gonna be on my wish list. It wasn't one that I was like trying to seek out or anything, but I saw it and I was like, I can't put this down now, which is dangerous. But yeah, it is insane. Do you see how big this leaf is? Like, this is right next to my head. Like, it completely blocks out my head. It is huge. Hand for reference, like my biggest Anthurium now. And oh my god, it is stunning. Like, look at that veination. And like, it's kind of loby, which I didn't think I liked, but I actually really do. And like, oh, it's just stunning and so velvety. It also has quite a huge like chunk at the bottom. And this one I actually thought was a really good price. It was only £65, which I have never seen a regale for anything less than 100 sold in the UK. And I know I do have to acclimate it a little bit. That's fine, I can handle that. And it'll probably end up going in my IKEA cabinet once it is finished quarantine. But I almost feel like it's gonna outgrow it really quickly because it's so freaking big. So I am only mildly nervous about where I'm gonna put it after it branches out, but we will see. I have time. But once it's finished its quarantine, which, I mean, it looks fine. I haven't noticed any pests or anything on it. Then it's going in the cabinet. Oh my god. So I have taken it out of its plastic, but I haven't yet had a look at its roots. So I'm gonna have a look with you at these roots and see if they are good or not. They do look pretty good just right off the bat, but at the same time there does look like there's some spots that might be a little bit rotty. So we will see. I will pull them out and have a look. So let's do that. To be honest, I think its roots look really, really good in there. I know I just mentioned that, but I think they look quite nice. Oh my goodness, it is so chunky. There is a couple spots that look like they might be a tiny bit rotty, like this bit here. You see how it's like a very different color between those two? That makes me think it's probably a bit rotten. But for the most part, these roots look insanely happy. Oh my god. Do you see how big this like chunk is? This is so chunky. Oh. Okay, I am a little bit worried. This part here feels kind of not great. Oh, I might need to trim it a little bit, which is going to be a little bit difficult seeing as there's loads of roots around. I'm just pulling off like bad roots at the minute, but for the most part they look really okay. So they're looking pretty good. I think I got most of the nasty ones off. I'm just a little bit worried about this chunk here. I think I'm gonna have to cut it. Oh my god, that makes me so nervous. Okay. It's only really like rot on one side. You can kind of see where it starts to rot around there. I don't know how I'm gonna cut this. I've never cut something like this before. I guess I'll get my kitchen knife. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, do you see that? Like there's definitely rot in there. Let's hope it doesn't go too far up. Still some rot in that. Okay, so almost gone, just that tiny bit at the top there. There we go. So now it's all nice and clear. I think I'm gonna try and let this dry out or like callus over for a day or two. I don't think they take that long normally, but I'm just very nervous. I wanna make sure it's okay. I might dip it in hydrogen peroxide actually pretty quickly just to make sure that the wound is nice and clean. I'll dip the roots in that as well. Just in case there's any rot, I can try and stop that as much as possible. So this is what I've done to try and keep that bottom fresh cut exposed, just to let it air out. And then I've put sphagnum moss all around those roots, and I'm going to put it in this cash pot. I'm going to water with distilled water now, and hopefully that will work. It looks a little bit weird right now, but it is what it has to be, purely because it had a little bit of rot in that. So that's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be okay. I think it'll be fine. It just needs a day to callus over. I did get one more plant from Ecuagenera, but I'm going to save that one till last because it is everything to me. So I'm gonna save it best to last. So I then was scoping around the Grow Tropicals table. Grow Tropicals were the people that put on the Rare Houseplant Festival. So they had like an entire booth with like tons and tons of gorgeous rare plants. And I saw this and I had never seen one before. And I was so curious about it. So I'll give you a chance now to have a guess at what it is. Because, like, I had an idea, but at the same time, I have never seen anything like it before. So if you haven't already, put your guesses down below and see if you're gonna get it right, because I wouldn't have. So this insane thing is an Alocasia, which, like, from this bit, yes, it's an Alocasia. It's got kind of like zebrina stems, and they're pink. But I have never, ever, ever seen an Alocasia with leaves like this before, like split leaves. It is just out of this world. So it's an Alocasia Brancifolia Pink Sunset? Let me double check. Pink Passion. Alocasia Brancifolia Pink Passion. And holy cow, I'm obsessed with it. Like, you know I love Alocasias. Like, they are some of my favorite plants. I do keep most of mine in the cabinet. I might try to keep this one outside of my cabinet to start with. Maybe transport it to Pawn because I prefer Pawn for Alocasias. But to start off, try not to put it in the cabinet because it is quite large, but I have heard they do like quite a lot of humidity, so I'm not too sure if that's going to work for it or not. But I saw someone have one and I didn't see any more on the table, so I like literally went up to the guy and I was like, do you have any more of these? And he was like, oh yeah, they're in the back, let me pull one out. So they like went to their like store of plants that they had at the venue and brought this out for me because I wanted it so badly. I was so sad when I saw that there weren't any left on the table. So I am absolutely thrilled about this plant. It did have another smaller leaf, but that one did go yellow over the course of the weekend. And this one is also looking a little bit funky. I don't think it had the best travel journey with me because it does have several little rips in its leaves, which is fair. It was feeling quite thirsty on the way home, and obviously it was the stress of traveling down by train. Like, it wasn't easy on the plant. I tried to like bring it back as safely as possible, but it's tough traveling on public transport with big plants like this, especially when I have like 5 others that I'm trying to keep safe as well. So I'm hoping that it doesn't mean these are going to fall off too. But overall, I'm just so amazed that something like this exists. It's so alien and it looks so different than anything else I have. It's like all the best bits of a zebrina and a split leaf philodendron at the same time. Also, I absolutely could not buy it when I heard that it was only 16 pounds. 16 pounds for this huge thing. I think, so I looked on the Grow Tropicals website later and it was originally like 40 pounds, but they've reduced them to 16. Not sure why. I could probably ask Jacob, the owner, why that is, but 16 pounds for this. For something I've never seen before. That's like an absolute freaking steal bargain. So there was no way I was not getting this. So Grow Tropicals also had like little prop boxes with smaller things just in moss in them. And I saw this in there. And I thought it was so freaking incredible. So this one's actually a noID. I've spoken to Jacob, the owner of Grow Tropicals, about it. It is a plant that he got from a seller in Belgium. He says it grows kind of like a weed, like it'll flower and like kind of shoot out seeds and they'll like pollinate throughout your collection, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that. But I like, it's just so stunning. It's kind of got like peperomia vibes, like, but it's got very thin leaves. They're not thick at all and they're a little bit leathery, but they've got the silver striping like Anthurium that I absolutely adore. But like also kind of Fitoni vibes. This one's definitely also going to go in the cabinet. I think it likes high humidity, but I had just never seen anything like this before, and so I bought it because I thought it was interesting, and I've got no idea what it is, but I'm hoping that I can get it to grow well for me. This one was marked at £45, which I don't know if that is a good price or not, seeing as I don't know what plant it is, but neither does Jacob, the person who is selling it, and I've never seen anything like this before, so that is probably a bit on the expensive side, but I definitely think it's worth it for something that could potentially be actually rare, like not just uncommon, but like potentially botanically rare. Might not be if it grows like a weed, but also if I've never seen anything like it, then who knows. If I have been completely ripped off, let me know. If you know what this plant is, please tell me down below. I would love to hear your insights on it. But I will put up some really close-up footage of it so you can really get a good look at it, because it's got some like fuzzy stems, and I don't know, it looks kind of like an outdoor plant. Maybe it is an outdoor plant, but it's gonna go live in my IKEA cabinet. So this is the pièce de résistance, the plant that I walked into the Rare Houseplant Festival saying if they have one of these, I would like to get one. This is from the Equigenera table, and oh my frickin' goodness. Let's just take a moment to look at this. Oh my god. I have a freaking Anthurium Warocqueanum, or Queen Anthurium. I have one. I own one. Oh my god, I am obsessed with this plant. This is really what got me into Anthuriums. I saw pictures of this Warocqueanum on Instagram years ago. I've literally wanted this plant for years, and I've thought about getting it a couple times from Equigenera. I've seen it being sold plenty of other places, but it's always been a little bit out of my budget, out of my price range. But Equigenera was selling them for 70 quid for a plant this size, which is insane. Basically in the UK, you could get a plant that's like a baby for 70 quid at the minute. So, oh my god, it's huge. Like, I will measure the leaves and put their like actual measurements over here because they are insanely big. And there's two, and they're like basically like twins. And like, I just can't believe I have this wishlist plant. It is stunning. They do have like a little bit of marking on there. I think this is just from where I was transporting it, or where it was transported to Equigenera. They didn't have the easiest journey because like the leaves are really long. They're longer than the root ball, and so it makes it slightly more difficult to like transport because you can't like lay them flat easily. So anyways, I don't care if they're a little bit messed up. It does not bother me. They're just amazing. And also, like, I don't know if you can see this, but their like veins are a bit raised up. I haven't seen any other Anthuriums have this sort of like raised veining on them, but I think it's so beautiful and it feels so cool, and the leaves are so velvety, and I am just literally obsessed with this plant. I I know I've said a lot of words, but I was basically speechless when I saw it. I was like, and they had quite a lot of them as well. I know Claire got one as well. Her leaves are like absolutely perfect on hers. I'll link her video down below so you can see what she got, because she got some really stunning plants as well. So, oh, it was just so much fun. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, oh. But I haven't looked at the roots at this one either, so let's have a look at them now. So right off the bat, it looks like this plant was in soil quite recently. You can really see in there, there's still a lot of soil on these roots, even though they've been wrapped in moss. But I'm sure that was just for like transportation purposes. They always ship in moss because it's way easier and lighter than soil. But this has such a good root ball on it. Oh my goodness. I don't want to untangle it too much because I know these roots are quite fragile at the moment. But I genuinely think I can put this straight back into soil. Like, they look perfectly happy. There's not like any rot in there. They don't feel squishy at all. They feel nice and firm and happy. And I'm just gonna put this straight in soil, like right now. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. I only brought my moss over. So let me grab some soil, because these roots, they're ready. They're so ready. So I've grabbed my soil. This is just soil from Soil Ninja, who I absolutely love, and this is Anthurium soil, which is perfect for anthuriums. It's just a really amazing blend. It's super chunky and I really love it. If you want to get some Soil Ninja soil for yourself, I have a discount code with them. It is down below in the description. You can use my link and my discount code to get 10% off all soil blends and components and stuff like that. So if you want to try it for yourself, it's down there. I mean, I think it's gonna outgrow this pot like quite quickly, but it's what I have for now, and I think it'll like that while it's adjusting. I don't want to give it too much room for its roots to grow like right this second. I'd prefer if it took some more time to work on leaf growth and just acclimating rather than growing for a minute. There we go. I really hope it likes this. I'm going to water it with distilled water for a little while, just because it is like freshly in the UK, I believe. So I want to make sure that it has the best chance at success. I won't do it for very long though. I don't have the most distilled water, but it will be fine for now. Just having a little bit to keep it as happy as possible, please. But oh my god, it is so gorgeous. Ah. So that is it. That is everything I got from the Rare Houseplant Festival. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And again, sorry for splitting it out, but I just couldn't show you these plants with them. I think they deserved their own video because they are absolutely so freaking special. I am so beyond happy to have all of them, and I'm gonna spend hours staring at them for the next few weeks. So yeah, that is it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below and leave a comment on other houseplanty things you'd like me to talk about in the future down below in the comments, and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.